Shalom, family. Good to see you all. Hope you're doing well. So, we're just going to chill out tonight and look at some more horror stories from the salon, people giving their account of what happened when they went there. And y'all, I heard, now I don't know how true this is, I heard our beef with the Africans have made it all the way to the White House. And the White House, they're going to the Trump administration is going to investigate any threats these Africans have made online and towards us, and said they're going to look at that as terroristic threats and against America and grounds to get them out of here. Isn't that something? Mm-mm-mm. But come on, y'all. We are the most watched people on the face of the earth. We know those people in Washington are watching the things we're saying online and what's going on. They're watching it. They know. They absolutely do know. All right, y'all. I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you.
I see a lot of y'all starting to go back to these African braid shops and having to report back with terrible experiences. And in my head, I'm like, did we forget why we stopped going to them in the first place? I'm 31. I haven't been back to the Africans since I was like 19 years old, and I have no plans on ever going back to them. For one, I got tired of upcharging. If I tell you the length of my hair, the style that I want, the thickness and the texture over the phone, and you quote me a price, when I show up for my appointment, don't start my hair, and because of the length and the thickness, you then want to try to upcharge me $80. It never failed. Every single time that I was there, they was arguing and fighting with somebody. Every time I was there, it didn't matter who was braiding my hair. They would stop braiding my hair to eat. And this ain't a quick little 15-minute chow down. They was taking 45 minutes to an hour lunch breaks, whole ass lunch breaks. Then had the nerve to take an hour lunch break. After you finish that, you want to stop my hair again to help the person next to you finish the client they had. I got here at 9. It's fucking 4 o'clock. I want to go the fuck home. What are we doing? Then they braided too tight. Edges is snatched out. I will never go back. And that is why I started to go to YouTube University to learn how to braid my own motherfucking hair. I know these independent braiders be charging a lot of money, but baby, I will sit and I will wait until they have a little flash sale to book an appointment with these braiders who braid outside of their house, because I will never go back to the Africans. I will never. They do, child. Mm-mm.
Is this supposed to be my middle part? Is this my middle part? Do you see how it's not in the middle of my head? I literally just got my hair done today. I went to Matilda's hair braiding salon in Philly. She has a brick and mortar store. She's been there for over 10 years. And this is what she let me leave her shop with. I paid money for this. This wasn't for free. This wasn't for fun. This wasn't some young Instagram girl trying to learn how to do braids. This is a grown woman with children my age who did hair like this.
Hey, yo. What is going on? I keep seeing all these fights happening in these African braiding shops and all this other stuff. What is happening? Why is y'all fighting in the shops with the customers? I mean, it's been multiple. Like, I've seen so many videos, and other people have seen so many videos of the same thing blowing up on their FYP. Like, do not come in my hair with that energy. As soon as I feel the energy's off, I gotta go. This is why I'll do hair at someone's house, even if that shit takes all day. Fuck that.
This Nigerian business owner assaults a Black American customer for asking for a refund. Now, y'all know this did not happen in Nigeria, because when they say out of Africa, they was talking about Nigerians. Nigerians be outside of Africa. Check this out.
I go to the restaurant. I'm like, man, my bad. I wasn't trying to be one of them customers. When I seen the lady talk over mine and she cut me off, she ain't talking your food. She didn't. I seen her on the camera. I'm like, yes, she did, man. I seen her. I'm the customer. I never mind. Give my money. And then I put out my camera when she started hollering. I put out my camera like, yeah. And then you see when I put out my camera, this whole ran across the counter, came on the other side, and grabbed my phone, snatched it out my motherfucking hand, and it all went from there. That's when it was, bitch, she trying to hold us hostage in the store. They called me, telling me they gonna charge me with terroristic threat, and they gonna charge her ass with a felony. But that bitch grabbed my phone and hit me first.
If you see the whole video, her daughter was also present while this physical altercation happened. Now, the Nigerian lady ended up dropping the charges because she had the felony charge, while this lady had, the Black American lady had the misdemeanor charges. But this Nigerian lady have several establishments. Like there's one in Georgia, there's one in Orlando. I would have never dropped the charges. I would have hit her with the felony, took it to court, fought that as self-defense, and I would have sued her, because I don't know how they do business in Nigeria, but this is unacceptable in America, in the United States. This is completely unacceptable, this type of behavior.
Good morning, y'all. Let me tell y'all how I went to this African braiding shop and they messed up my hair. You see my hair? They messed up my hair. So, seeing their information last year on this influencer's page where she was going to get their hair braided, I think it's Asha's on Old National. This is my second time going to them. So the first time I went last year before my birthday, I had the blonde braids, the boho, small knotless boho with the human hair at the ends too. They tore it up, like did an amazing job. I was like, okay, I like this. Okay. So now I usually go, I have a braiding shop, African braiding shop I go to in Fayetteville called Amina's. Love her. But I just try to go because I'm back in Atlanta now. I just try to go for convenience. So Old National was right there. So I'm gonna go to Old National. So they did my hair that first time. It was good. Second time I got my hair braided, I went to Amina's and it was better than theirs. So I realized, like, wait a minute, maybe it wasn't as good as I thought, because Amina eats it down every time. No lie. So I go this time. So I asked my daughter braids. So I asked my daughter, can she braid my hair the next day? She kissed me with this, I'm not gonna be able to braid your hair. And I wanted like the one she did before. So I got mad at her and I hung up the phone on her, because I'm your mommy. You gonna do my hair. She had somebody else. She had to do a twisted. And it wasn't the fact that she could have got up and started my hair at 8. It wouldn't have took her 4 hours to do my hair. But she was like, so I hung up. Only to find out the heifer was off the next day. And I was like, you could have told me it was off the next day, Friday. She's like, well, you hung up on me. I don't care if I hung up. I'm your mommy. You text me. You call me and say, well, look, I'm off Friday. I can do it Friday. So I go Thursday. Get in there. I should have knew it was going to be some bull crap. I should have knew. Because they sent me besides. I was like, I want some large knotless. They sent me across from this little girl. And she's getting 2 braids. When I tell y'all, they messed her hair up. I'm sitting there looking like, why they ain't comb my hair? Like, it's like you just parted the hair and just start braiding. You didn't even try to comb it to bring it together, like to make it, put all that jam on it. And you just tried to brush it on. It was like humps in her head. And then you did, like, where's her mama? I'm looking at her like, why they doing her hair like that? My mama sitting right there getting her hair braided. Because after the little girl got up, because I'm looking like, what is going on? Yeah, I kid y'all not. So I told the lady, I said, I want some large knotless. First of all, this is the African shop. Why I got to show you the style I want? So then I proceed to show her the style I want. Okay. Then she said, well, I'm going to make the parts like smaller. I'm going to show y'all my hair. She's like, I'm going to make the parts smaller. My hair is literally a week old. So I was like, okay, cool. So she had, like, she knew what she was doing. So she was starting the hair off, feeding the hair in. And the other lady was braiding, separating hair, braiding down. Yeah. Now, mind you, I said I want some large knotless braids, right? So getting up, they look cute. Okay, they cute, whatever. At home, let me twist this one back around. Y'all, why this whole side over here is not knotless? Like these, do you see these big ass knots? This whole side in the front. Now this is knotless. You see, these are knotless right here. You see that fat ass knot? Look at that fat ass knot. Only way it becomes knotless is when I flip it this way, but then you still can see kind of. Then look at that knot. I'm like, hold on. Not. Like, come on. Like when you got to the front side, did you decide that I didn't want knotless no more? Like I'm trying to understand. Then there's one in the back. I can't even film the back. It's like one or two in the back. When they added the hair, it's like I can feel where you added that big bulk of hair. Like, girl, what? We all know knotless you feed in. And they did these braids like. Now these are knotless over here. These are knotless. But I'm trying to figure out what happened on this half. What happened with these braids right here? Why are they all knotted? I said, you know what? I do last minute-ish. What I'm not gonna do is call them, because I've had my share of African braid shop. You call them, tell them they messed up your hair. They act like you wrong. It was one in College Park messed up my hair. I called them back. They won't tell me I'm wrong. How I'm wrong? Like, y'all sit here, y'all can do people's side of the hair, tear it up, like do it real beautiful. But then we get to the back, y'all just throw anything back there and think people supposed to go with the flow. No. So I said, I ain't even gonna call them, because you know what? I just needed some braids to work out in and pull my hair up in a ponytail. I'm just gonna pull up in a ponytail and I'm just gonna flip these over and they'll be knotless when I pull them up in a ponytail. But I will never in my life go back to Aisha's hair braiding on Old National, because they took my little $150 and I tipped them, because I just tipped. Look at here. You can see how this one's all ate up. Look at that big bolt right there. You see that big bolt? It's plenty of these around. Then this is a big bolt right here. Big bolt right here. Like you they didn't do. Oh, and then this one right. This is going around. This braid is lumpy. This braid is not supposed to be lumpy. And I expected more out of the African braiding shop, because I mean, hands down, y'all supposed to be the best braiders in town. No, do not go there. I'm sorry. But it's a learning lesson. Anybody get mad, that's on y'all. Everybody at the African shop do not know how to braid hair. Just because they're African don't mean they know how to braid hair. Let's just be clear. Okay, let's be clear on that. And I told my daughter, I ought to slap you. It's your fault. You want to go to the phone. I don't care what I did. You got me going and paying for this bull crap. And I know my child would have ate this up. Like, she would have did way better, because she did my big braids way better. Look at there. This is not even the same braid. Not like, it's a pattern of this. Like, girl, if you don't know how to do hair, get out the African shop. Get out the African shop. You don't know how to do hair. Like, because they tore my hair up. But moving forward, if my daughter don't do it, I'm just gonna go to my girl, Amina, because in Fayetteville, Amina does amazing work in Fayetteville. When I say amazing work, I remember she first did my knotless when knotless first came out. They didn't really know how to do it. I had so many small knotless and they was so full and beautiful. Everybody was like, oh my God, who did your hair? Oh, now it's hard to get in there, but they do amazing work. And she knows who I am. I've been coming ever since my daughter, I think it was probably 9 or 10. She's 20 now. So they know us. But yeah, she does amazing work. But I should on Old National count your days, honey, because just because y'all got a big old shop with all them people in it working, everybody in there don't know how to do hair, and y'all know everybody don't know how to do hair, and y'all need to get them folks out who do not know how to do hair. Stop giving everybody a job thinking they can do hair. Everybody's not built to do certain stuff. Okay, so I would never ever ever go back to that shop again to get my hair braided. This is workout hair. Pretty much all it is going up in a ponytail, a high ponytail, so people can't see my flaws. Not really got any compliments on my hair like I would get on other styles. I know it's trash. No, it's trash. Count your days.
Baby, what is going on? This is like the 6th video that I have seen where women will go to these African braiding shops to get their hair done, and they have the most dreadful experience, like fucking horrible. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Africans are some of the rudest motherfuckers in the world, Craig. And baby, I don't give a fuck what they charge. You not finna be standing on me talking about because I'm a dibble and dabble on your motherfucking ass. I'm telling y'all better learn how to do it yourself. Or get your cousin to do it.
So let's get straight into it. I'm going to explain why I'm never going to a certain African braiding shop in Atlanta ever again. Number one, my appointment was at 9 a.m. We did not begin my hair until 1:30. When I first got there, the lady was like, can you wait till 11 a.m.? We don't have power. Mind you, I wouldn't have cared if they braided my hair in the parking lot. But we're going to start there. She says that they've known since 7 that they wouldn't have power till 11. She waited until I called asking for directions in the parking lot at 8:50 a.m. to let me know that they're not going to have power till 11. Boom. So I leave. I tell them, don't even worry about it. I'm going to go somewhere else. She texts me and says, I'll give you a discount if you decide to, come back. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll come back. You say 11 o'clock. Cool. I went, I got me some breakfast. I text her. She's like, oh, maybe 12. Okay, cool. I go run some errands. Then I return. It's like 12:30. There's nobody there yet. I called her. She says the first braider that walks in should be the owner. I'm assuming she's like the person that does the appointments or something. She said the first braider that walks in should be the owner, and she's going to start you as soon as she gets there. So somebody gets there around I want to say it's like 1:15-ish. She opens the door. By that time, it's another girl waiting outside to get her hair braided as well. So we both walk in. She sits us in the chairs, like the salon chairs. She's like, oh, what are you getting? What are you getting? What color braiding hair? Boom, boom, boom. I tell her, and then it's like she stands behind the girl and starts looking at her hair. And I'm like, okay, I wasn't being rude or anything, but I was just letting her know, I was here first type vibe. Can we get started on me? Because my appointment was supposed to be at 9 a.m. She's like, oh, no. Don't worry about it. I have 2 braiders coming. 2 braiders are going to work on you. I'm assuming because the girl was getting medium butt length, not less. I was getting small, butt length or whatever. She, it's going to take longer. Cool. Not cool because I was just I thought y'all were known for splitting it up anyway. So why can't you start me? And when they get here, they finish, that type of vibe. That's how I felt. But that did not happen. So, at this point, she tells me that the braiders aren't going to be there for another 30 minutes. So I leave again. I go to Walmart. I come back. They still not there. I wait another 15 minutes. And then finally they arrive. So the first lady that gets there that's supposed to start my hair, she doesn't speak any English. She asked me what I want. I'm trying to stand up and show her oh, I want butt length. Then the other lady that does speak English is explaining to her that I want small butt length. So she starts braiding my hair. Well, she starts parting my hair. She parts it into 4 sections. Can y'all tell me why when she was done with the first section that she brings my hair to the front and the braids are this long? And I know what y'all thinking. Y'all think oh, maybe she was going to braid them down. That was the end of the braid. How you get it like this? That was the end. So I'm asking her, I'm trying to explain to a lady that doesn't speak English, oh, my braids are supposed to be down here. So we have to take out all the braids from the first section. It's only 4 sections. Mind you, another thing, the ladies texted me about the discount because I'm trying to get the pricing right because I bought cash, to pay them in cash. The lady trying to tell me that the discount for waiting 4.5 hours is $10. $10 off. And then at first, I'm like, you must be pranking me. Boom, boom, boom. Then she offered, no, I'm lying. She offered $20, then tried to go back and say it's $10. She was like, oh, the owner said I can only do $10. Both of y'all could kiss my peach. So yeah. So after that, the lady's braiding my hair. She stops braiding my hair because I'm like, what are they talking about? Like with the discount, whatever. I don't even know, like whatever. It didn't matter at that point because on their TikTok, all their promo, it shows like any size, any length for $250. I'm just like, whatever. $250, whatever. Like let's just do my hair so I can get out of here. Okay, so in the middle of me getting my hair done, I told you we had to take it out, and then she has to start over. She's doing my hair, and the lady that texted me about the discount, I'm letting her know. She was like, "Oh, I can't do the $20 because there's other braiders working on your head or whatever like that." I'm just like, first of all, it's $20, and then I'm telling her like, "Oh, there's only one person braiding my hair." I'm texting her. I don't know what type of miscommunication they had, but the lady who was braiding my hair got mad. Like somebody called her, she got mad. She walked away to the back, stormed off, and like was speaking her language. And the attitude she gave me was like she was upset with me. So I'm like, what's going on? I'm asking the other lady. She's like, oh, nothing. I'm like, what's up? Because first of all, what I'm gonna do is never be around bad energy in my hair. Like we don't even have to go there. So let's not play like that. Like you don't have to braid my hair. I will leave with that section done, take them out, or go somewhere else for my head to be finished. We don't have to play that game. So that was that. So the other lady tells me, I'm like, what's the problem? Like, I'm trying to get to the root of it. She was like, oh, I guess the lady that you're texting, you said you want two braiders braiding your head. I'm just like, what are y'all talking about? That's what was told to me when I walked into the door. I just let the lady know who was texting me that there's only one braider working on me like that. She was like, oh, well, it's all a miscommunication. Well, she should have tried to clarify that before she stormed off. And I mean, doing the most. She was loud. Whatever she was saying in her language, it was aggressive. So I'm asking her, like, what's the problem? Like, what's the issue? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do all that. You're in my head. Don't be throwing the hair down, slamming down. Like, I don't care. I really don't care. You gonna do my hair or not? Because I can walk. Like simple. So somebody else comes over and she was like, oh, I think it's just coming. And she starts working on my hair. I'm just like, whatever. Like, cool. Like, just can we start my hair? But that was a big commotion going on in the shop. I mean, arguing. They was arguing with each other at that point because I'm just lost. That was that. So we doing my hair. Another lady comes. She starts my hair. She starts on the other side. She messes up the first couple rows. She did what the other lady did, the small. I'm just like, how are y'all not seeing what's in my head? Like, just compare. So she did like first 2 rows or something like that. And then she had to take it out some and just add hair again. So we did that. So we wasted more time, Boom. Then the other lady with an attitude comes back as she's braiding my hair. She comes back to braid my hair. And I just asked her, like, because she comes back to start in the back. And I'm just like, you don't have to do my hair. I'm telling the other lady, like, tell her she don't have to do my hair if she don't want to. Like, I don't need all of that in my head. I'm like, and I'm asking her, I'm trying to explain to her, you okay? Like, you okay? So they trying to, like, oh, and I skipped the part. They was trying to go back and forth with me on the price, saying that my hair was going to be $350 for bunt lift small, even though they're promoting on their page $250 for any size, any length. Okay. And it's not the price that's the problem. That's not the price y'all are promoting. You know what I'm trying to say? So then the lady comes back to me. She shows me another post because they do have multiple posts on their pages where it says any size, waist length, and I'm getting butt length for $250. But still, where does waist length? Mind you, they told me their waist length is here for $250, and now for you to do from here to here, you telling me that's gonna be $350? So it's an extra $100. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just telling lady, like, keep braiding my hair because at this point, y'all gonna get what I give y'all. Everybody in there was nasty. Their attitudes were nasty, except for the lady who initially opened the door and told me that I was gonna have 2 braiders. So that happened. Then yeah, so the lady's back braiding my hair. Everybody that's braiding my hair at this point is quiet. They in there arguing with each other. That's another thing, y'all. Do not go in there if you don't want to hear all that. They stop. They're laughing. They're laughing at one point, arguing at one point. If you know one thing about African people, they're very aggressive when they speak. So like, it's just it's just aggressive. It's just rough. You know what I'm saying? And they were arguing. So on top of the language itself being aggressive, they were in there arguing with each other while they had a shop full of clients. Every chair in the shop was filled, and they're arguing with each other. So that happened. Boom. Then and one lady, she's storming off on her client because she arguing with somebody that working in the shop. Huh?
All right, y'all. All right. My screen froze there for a second. So, this is pretty much it as far as what I was going to show about the experiences, because I think I've shown enough where people should understand that, you can go in these shops, but you may not get what you want. But, the one key thing is the fights that go on up in there. They're either fighting with the customers or they're in there fighting each other. And who the hell needs to be in an environment like that? I sure wouldn't want it. And you're paying $200 and $300 on top of that? Oh, hell no. Mm-mm. It wouldn't be me. That's all I got to say. So, y'all, I got a short video that I'm going to publish as soon as I'm done with this. They just found a head of a pharaoh. Y'all, the nose is still on this pharaoh, and I do not have to tell you whose nose it looks like. Big old full lips, a broad nose, the kind of nose you see on melanated people. And I was like, no, there's no doubt about that face. That is not the face of no Arab, no white man, none of that. None of that. So I'm going to publish that. when we're done, it's real quick. It's not even 2 minutes long. So just check out that face. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to give anything else away. Just check out that face of this pharaoh that they found. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And, I'll be doing something tomorrow, not unless something earth shattering happens tonight. I will see y'all tomorrow. Shalom, family.